my name is Gillian Powell. I am delighted to speak with you today about this resource for small and medium enterprises and the roadway through to net zero carbon for 2050. Our title today is Carbon Free is the Way to Be, and we hope this short guide will help you with your net zero journey. This resource has been created in partnership with Procure Partnerships and colleagues here today from TClarke, Tilbury Douglas and Triton Construction. Using effective teamwork and communication within the supply chain are crucial for change, and using this guide, which offers tips on fostering positive relationships and open communication channels, will ensure a brighter future for all. Discussing and providing information about net zero carbon is crucial, especially in the context of the construction industry and its supply chain. Overall, communicating your commitment to net zero carbon is not only an ethical responsibility, but also a strategic business decision that aligns with evolving societal expectations, regulatory landscapes, and the need for sustainable practices in an ever-changing world. Each section provides specific guidance, best practices and actionable steps to help organisations in the construction industry achieve net zero carbon goals across different aspects of their operations. The goal is to offer a comprehensive and structured approach to sustainability, from high-level governance and policies to practical considerations in working practices and ongoing operations. I am now going to hand you over to my colleague Phil, who will talk to you about governance.
Thank you, Gillian. Hello, I'm Phil Dyer and I'm taking step 1, governance. A simple definition of corporate governance is the management of an organisation at the highest level, the systems involved in delivering your services. Good governance is fundamentally the responsibility of the company directors. However, you don't have to sit on the board to work on your company's business or corporate governance. Carbon reporting is a critical business level decision and involves measuring, recording and disclosing the amount of carbon emissions produced by the business. Understanding your carbon footprint as a business is the first step on your journey to becoming net zero, after which monitoring carbon reduction on each and every project is easy. Carbon reduction helps your business, and the first steps are: implement an effective carbon reduction strategy, a roadmap for delivery, and make it achievable. Stay ahead of legislation and mitigate risks. Keep an eye out on the changes in legislation to make sure that you are still working to your plan. Eliminate greenwashing. Make sure you do what you say you do. Don't write down something and tell people you do X and Y and Z when you don't really. Boost operational efficiency and save costs. This is critical. Once you get the net zero ball rolling, the costs will start to reduce. Proving your savings will help you win future work and gain respect in your industry. Governance at a business level. Here are some pointers that you could consider at a business level. The provision of electrical charging points for your company electric vehicles. Make sure you're using power from 100% renewable sources for your heating and light. Review the possibility of solar arrays on your fixed office locations and maybe even on site. Recover what you can from your office, recycling waste paper and shredding it, and recycling print cartridges and containers. And consider a salary sacrifice scheme for employees to encourage them to take up electrically powered vehicles. I hope that I have been able to explain some of the benefits of becoming net zero at a business governance level. Now I'm going to hand over to my colleague Emma, who will take you through the next step of the net zero journey.
Thanks, Phil. Yes, I'm going to be discussing working practices, design and procurement. As almost 40% of carbon emissions come from the built environment, we have a duty and responsibility to challenge ourselves in how we design, construct and operate the buildings we live, work and play in. As an industry, we must take strides in adopting new technologies and working practices. Not all the topics we detail here will be relevant to your business, but may be helpful pointers for your carbon reduction journey when considering day-to-day working, designing and procuring. Working practices. Video conferencing rather than face-to-face meetings to reduce travel and associated emissions. Agile working to reduce travel to offices and sites. The Carbon Trust Homeworking Report has calculated homeworking saves 260 kilograms of CO2 per person per year. Software including Revit, BIM 360, BIM Collab and video conferencing to enable collaboration in a virtual world. Drawings can be developed and information recorded in an online environment as opposed to generating paper copies. Design. A whole life performance approach to create better performing assets with a longer lifespan. Circularity principles to develop resource efficient built environments. Achieving circularity means more than simply replacing materials with those of lower environmental impact. Circular economy offers an alternative and more sustainable approach, a powerful way to decarbonise, involving a systematic change to building methods. Reducing embodied carbon by designing out carbon in new builds and refurbishments. Zero carbon technology and innovation with design input at early stages to advise on energy efficient solutions and technologies. Prioritising passive solutions with a fabric first approach. Assessment methods including accredited systems such as Passive House, WELL, BREEAM, LEED, Neighbours and Design for Performance to ensure buildings meet the highest sustainability and quality standards. Optimising modern methods of construction to reduce waste and transport to sites. There are considerable efficiency savings by fabricating and assembling off-site in a low-cost, safe environment. It provides the opportunity to undertake integration of different systems, allowing trialling and testing to take place prior to site delivery to reduce programme and safety risk. This will also reduce the project's carbon footprint with reduced deliveries. Procurement. Procurement strategy is looking at how services and products are purchased. Emphasis on a supplier's environmental policies and sustainable procurement practices. Tender scoring against sustainability criteria. Future win rates may be improved by evidencing sustainability accreditations and procedures. Supply chain vetting for evidence of best practice in terms of sustainability and understanding targets for becoming carbon neutral or net zero in the future. Engage and collaborate with suppliers who are actively looking to reduce their carbon footprint too. Aligned values by working with professional teams and supply chains that understand and are working towards the same shared sustainability goals. Low carbon construction materials to be considered, specified and adopted with the relevant environmental product declarations. Local supply chain and buying local to lower carbon emissions and support the economy close to the project. In summary, we all have a role to play by reducing travel, adopting low carbon alternatives, designing out carbon and actively supporting new technologies. The sum of our efforts will be our turning point. Now over to Chloe from Tilbury Douglas, who will give an overview of considerations for site activities.
Thanks, Emma. So in my slideshows, I'm going to talk about the operations. So you've got your operational site activities that I'll be going through in the PowerPoint. So you've got your on-site activities that I'll be going through now. So you've got on-site renewables. So this is supply or remaining energy from on-site technologies or off-site renewable certified energy sources. You've got your waste segregation. So this is say no to single-use plastic, order the right amount of material, use a skip for proper segregation and choose sustainable materials. You can also seek out package-free and low packaging options. You've got your diverting waste from landfills, so we can redirect waste from landfills via recycling or reusing. Return waste to the supplier of original materials. And then also, this is an on-site activity, you've got your electrical vehicle charging points. Collecting travel data and using this as benchmarking to reduce journeys. You've got your sustainable travel options. So this includes cycle to work, car share. This provides safer transportation. It also emits less pollution, promotes health, decreases congestion and saves energy. Some more on-site activities. Carbon offsetting. Local supply chain and buying local. This helps businesses gain visibility into how the current situation has influenced their supply chain and what changes could maximise efficiency. Organic catering. This is the use of healthy local catering on site. Fossil fuels. You can prioritise fifth generation heat networks and electric heat pumps. Technologies over fossil fuel technologies to supply affordable, low carbon energy. When considered in conjunction with zero emissions vehicles, this will significantly improve local air quality. Thank you for listening. I will now hand over to Gillian.
Thank you, Chloe, and thank you for watching this presentation, and we hope that you find it useful and there are some interesting points for you to consider on your journey to a net zero carbon future. As with all good presentations, we've prepared some takeaways for you, and if you scan the QR code on the screen now, you'll be taken to our resource toolkit. A link is also in the description of this YouTube video. Thank you for your time.